This video is going to demonstrate how to use proper clarinet hand position. So we're going to start with our right hand. You have a thumb rest back here. Your right thumb is going to go under that thumb rest. It's going to be a balance point for the clarinet. A lot of the weight of the clarinet is going to be placed on that thumb. So you want to make sure it's in the right spot. I place mine right about where the nail comes to meet with the knuckle. And that way, because of the way my hands are, I can actually reach all of the keys in a nice curved fashion with my hand. Okay, so here the thumb is under the thumb rest, and then I just pop my fingers down on the keys, 1, 2, 3, and my pinky is left to kind of hover over these 4 keys that they're going to use later. Okay, be careful with the placement of the thumb. That's incredibly important. If you have it too far, you might find that your fingers are not quite covering the holes because you have to curve them too much. You never want to use the tips of your fingers. You always want to use more of the pads of your fingers, which you can still use with a curved finger system. And then the other problem that some people have is they don't put enough thumb. Maybe you don't need to put yours right there, okay? Maybe you need to put it a little further in, which is okay too. Depends on the hand. If you have it too far out, the fingers get kind of pulled, and then you have a very flat hand. And you don't want to have a flat hand because it makes it a lot harder to move quickly. So try to adjust your thumb so that you can get good hand position and a nice curved, relaxed hand here. With the left hand, your thumb actually goes over a key, and it has to stay on that key for a lot of notes. So we're going to start with the thumb on that hole. You want the pad to be covering the hole, but you also want the tip to be able to just hit that register key whenever it needs to. So you put the pad on so that the tip can just kind of hit the key as needed. It doesn't stay on the key, but it just is there. Then with your other fingers, you're going to go 1, 2, 3. It's going to feel a little spread out at first, but you do want to make sure that you're covering that hole. A lot of problems that people have is they bring them up here, but you really want to stretch them out so that you cover just the holes right here. And then once again, your pinky is here to get all the rest of these keys. So now I have my fingers in the right place. The thing that you want to consider once you have your fingers in the right place, first of all, is where this hand is. You don't want to be hitting this key, so try not to use it as a balance point. This hand should never really be used to hold the clarinet. It is merely there so that it can be used. Here's your balance point. Okay? That way, this key's not hitting buttons and you're not hearing random squeaks because you're accidentally hitting buttons. Okay, and then the other thing that you want to think about is, for a lot of notes, you're not going to need all of your fingers down. So when you're not having them down, you want them to be hovering very closely over the clarinet, no more than an inch off. And the reason is because if you have them way up here, you're going to have a hard time bringing them back. So you want to keep them close so that it maintains good hand position and also good tuning for later.